Howdy doody everybody, I hope you are doing great. Today is the day that I've been waiting for, and this is Boltreaver Astalos. You guys know, just because of the colour of this monstie, that this is one of my favourite monsties of all time in Monster Hunter. So we're going to be going over Boltreaver and kind of reviewing the skills, and there's nobody better to bring along than my boy Paradise.
Hey, I'm back. I'm excited for this one too because Astalos is just one of the sickest monsters. Like, I've really come to love and appreciate Astalos, to be honest. And I hate to say it, but like, I like Thunderlord Zinogre so much. Now like Boltreaver's out, and it's I don't know who's gonna be my primary team. You know, I gotta drop one of them.
Yeah. So if you like the video, then leave a like and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. It's as simple as hitting that button that's right under the video. You're going to help us get to that 30k sub goal, which we're beaming towards now. Do your part, help the community grow. All right.
Guys, get to 30k. Let's
get
go.
to 30k.
Let's go. Hit the sub button.
All right. So let's talk about how kind of Boltreaver kind of fits into the whole sphere of monsters in the first place. I feel like you are the thunder specialist around here because you use Zinogre so much on me to destroy me. Do you want to talk through where he kind of fits?
So, okay, stat-wise, he's one of the best Thunder ones. So, I think he's totally viable to use if you want to, because he has the exact same stats at max level as Thunderlord Zinogre, which is a bit weird. It's like, it's oddly the same. However, his speed is lower. I don't know why, because he has wing. Like, Thunderlord's quick, he runs fast, but this guy flies, right?
Yeah.
But he's slower, so stat-wise, it's like the same as Thunderlord, but with lower speed, so it's kind of like a downgrade to Thunderlord Zinogre. But because all the other stats are the same, like, he's still going to hit hard, you know, he's still going to be just as tanky, have pretty much as much HP and stuff like that, so I think he's very, very viable. I think he's one of the coolest looking in the game. Just look at the lightning pulsing. He's got, obviously, the color shift to blue when he buffs up, which we'll talk about the skills in a minute as we get to see that one, which I'm very excited for you to see, 2-6, because it looks freaking like a very good skill. But yeah, if you want to use Astalos, I think you totally can. I think he outclasses a lot of other Thunder things, but when it comes to Thunderlord Zinogre, it's a bit of a toss-up as to which one you want to go for, you know?
In general, I feel like the Thunder monsters are really in a good place in terms of, like, the kind of variety that you get. They're all kind of really close in their skills, and they have kind of things that they excel in and do better, and even if they're like slightly worse than the others, it's not worse, like terrible in terms of like the difference as well. So for instance, Rajang is the one with like the most power. Kirin is more of a like crit heavy kind of balanced kind of speed one, when what is it? The Thunderlord Zinogre is more of a balanced one, kind of with Astalos as well. So you've got your choices there, and they're all within like the same kind of boundary. And like Thunder has a bunch of skills that you can use as well and utilize. We would like more, kind of like Fire, but there's still enough to kind of make builds and do have build variation there. So I feel like Thunder's in a really good place. And talking about Thunder, let's go into the genes. I have not seen these yet. This is my first time taking a peek at the skills. So I'm interested to see what they've actually added. I like to point out,
just before we jump in, talking about comparing stats, Kirin is obviously Elder Dragon. Is obviously very strong, but like Kirin is still going to be really good as well. But if you don't want to use an Elder Dragon, and also Kirin is weak to fire, remember, and there's a lot of Tailstras running out there in PvP and stuff. Yeah. So sometimes you do want to look for that alternative, and Astalos, Boltreaver Astalos being basically as good as Thunderlord is like, it's pretty nice.
Yeah. So let's get into the genes. I have not seen these, so let's go through. I'd like to point out that I actually got, guys, if you've seen any of my egg openings, you know that I don't get Thunder XL genes all that much. Look at this. This is how it hatched. It hatched with Thunder Boost stacked once with an upgrade. Let's just get a clap for that. 10 out of 10, 10 out of 10.
I'm happy for you, you know. I didn't want to rain on your parade. But I did also get one with Thunder.
No. Don't worry about that. Don't worry about that.
Although mine wasn't plussed, so you beat me there. That's a really lucky roll. What's the non-element one as well that you got?
The non-element one is anti-blind, which is not too bad. I feel like a load of people are actually putting that on their stuff. So let's talk about the first skill, which is Thunder Strike Gene M Thunder Blade. this is a really cool looking move in general, but let's look at the actual skill description. Deals medium thunder damage to one enemy and has a medium chance to inflict paralysis for 3 turns for 15 points. That's not too bad, actually.
Cheap move, medium, which is what we expect for these kind of single target cheaper moves.
Yeah.
It's a tech move as well, which I think is pretty huge because there's already medium speed moves that are cheap, like Kirin's. I can't remember the name of it. You know, the speed attack that Kirin has. So now you have a tech option as well. So I think that this will basically be like, do you want to use the Vengeful Strike one from regular Astalos, or do you want to use Lightning Blade that is like slightly cheaper and has that medium without needing to be on low HP to benefit from Vengeful Strike? So I think that this will have a place in people's builds, which I really like.
How much is Vengeful Thunder? Let's just check and
I think it's 22. Is it 22?
Is it 22? It's 22. Yeah. So even without like Harmony to reduce it, this is one that you can just basically pop off at the very start of the match. It may be like if you're playing PvP, you can just get that in and get the paralysis like straight off the bat, which is kind of nuts in itself. So this is very good. I'm really I'm a super fan of those moves that have like a quick start up to the match and you don't really need that much kinship to utilize as well. So this one is looking very promising. Not just from like the actual animation that plays out, but the actual stats on it as well. Are you gonna put this on any of your monsties?
This I might actually put on my Thunderlord. Maybe even my Kirin, to be honest, because Vengeful Strike is really good, but specifically for my like Kirin build, it's all about hitting them with Paralyze with like Salt in the Wound, inflict rate up. So this is like a perfect replacement for my Kirin build. And then my Thunderlord Zinogre build is all about critting with crit rate up and the crit charge Thunder Gene. So although this isn't a crit move, it would just be a little bit more spammable than Vengeful Thunder when you're like not low HP. So I like it. Like Vengeful Thunder's really good as well though, especially for PvP. So I definitely am going to put my Kirin, and I might even put it on my Thunderlord.
Should we go to
I'm going to have to farm a lot of these Astaloses, though. You know?
Should we go to the level 15 skill or the level 30 skill next?
Go to the level 15. I want you to see this move.
Azure Voltage. Moderately boosts thunder attack and defense for 5 turns and charges up power for 2 turns. So the charge up power, does that mean extra deeps as well on top of that? What does that actually mean?
To my understanding, you get that 5-turn buff, and then for the next 2 turns, you have an even bigger buff, like, on your attack. That's to my understanding. I've not tested this.
Yeah.
But it seems to function the same as Valiant Flare, but it's a Thunder move. So this move is literally going on every Thunder build I have. Like, I'm going to have to farm so many. I actually am not looking forward to it. But we know how good Valiant Flare is, and we know how good those like multi-turn buffs are that last longer than like, you know, the amplify power 2 turns. So the fact that you get the 2-turn and the 5-turn there, this is a nice skill, and it's only 19 cost.
Yeah. So the thing about this is it depends on what the upgrade is, right? If it upgrades the amount of turns that you get and increases that, then that's going to be like a huge one. If it increases the amount of like time that you're charged up, and that charged up is the extra damage, this is going to be massive and like almost like people are going to be utilizing this a lot as well. And the fact that it actually puts them into the blue state, I feel like people are going to utilize this so much in general in both PvE and PvP. The buff moves are just so strong as well. So yeah, definitely a sick one to have, and I'm excited to utilize this as much as possible. You're just going to see me spamming this and just turning him blue so that it can be like Super Saiyan. Is it Super Saiyan 5?
He looks so sick when he goes blue as well.
Yeah.
Isn't it Ultra Instinct when he goes blue?
I can't remember. Like I'm failing at my Dragon Ball Z at the moment, but yeah, Ultra Instinct.
I think it's
Ultra
Ultra Instinct.
I can't remember.
I think so. I remember when he goes Ultra Instinct, there's just like blue lightning flashes everywhere. Like, so I think that's it.
All right, let's go to the level 30 skill. All right, Blue Plasma. Heavy thunder damage to all enemies with a medium chance to inflict paralysis for 3 turns with a kinship cost of 47. So that is quite expensive. But it looks like this is probably going to be a nice alternative to Thundercrack, right?
I hope it'll be better, because Thundercrack just doesn't seem to be as strong as I want it to be. And so I'm really hoping that this is going to be like the improvement, like the just a straight up better version. It certainly looks like it's going to be like at least on par with Thundercrack, and it's looking like the best AoE Thunder option, right? And that's pretty. As blue plasma, I think it's just, it sounds cool. I like the whole blue aesthetic of like Boltreaver Astalos, so visually it will look cool as well. But I may have to put this on my Thunderlord and sort of see the comparison to Thundercrack.
Yeah, nice. But in general, if we stack this up and it gets that more damage and it can like one-shot enemies, it's definitely something that I'm going to need to put on for PvP. For PvE, I just like having moves, AoE options, just in case there are multiple enemies that do turn up to a fight or whatever. You can just literally just clear it up, because getting kinship in PvE is quite easy as well. And if this has got additional attributes, because sometimes like moves like Charge Beam have like defense ignoring properties or stuff like that, maybe this might have some additional properties on it that we don't actually know about at the moment. So it'll be nice to see if this has additional functions as well. But in general, just what we're reading here, just the boilerplate text and on paper, it sounds like it's going to be a decent move that will be included on a bunch of Thunder builds. If you do put all these moves on your monstie though, you will be heavily like tech focused, so that might be something to consider as well in general.
That is true.
Yeah.
I like to have one of each type on my build, so
yeah,
a sacrifice might have to get made. But considering that this is a tech move and the other new move was a tech move, the medium one, sometimes you can get away with two of the same move if one of them is a move like Supernova, you know, or Blue Plasma, where it's like your big hitting AoE. Sometimes you want to have that banked for when you have the kinship lined up. So have to see how the builds work out, you know.
Yeah. Alright guys, if you enjoyed the video, then definitely leave a like. The key word is, if you made it to the end of the video, or the key phrase should be, to let me know that you're an MVP and you made it to the end of the video and your absolute boss, is 2-6. I'm so happy that you finally got your Thunder XL gene. This is the greatest day of my life.
You've been waiting for it, guys.
I've been waiting for it. But guys, let Paradise know. Actually, no. Paradise, let the audience know what your videos are that are going out.
You know what? If you want to make me happy, okay, don't go and watch my videos. Yeah. Just make sure you hit the sub button. We gotta get 26 to 30k, okay?
Let's do it.
Let's do it together.
Trying to get to that 30k. It's a nice round number. It's great. All right, guys. See you later. Bye bye.
Bye bye.